Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna see.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Ted Lasso moments that made us ugly cry.
I don't know if this is illegal or something, but can I have a hug?
For this list, we're looking at moments from this Apple TV Plus series that wrecked us before building us back up again. This entails some spoilers for the first 2 seasons. Which Ted Lasso moment made you ugly cry? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Ted learns of Nate's betrayal. Ted recognized Nate's talents when most wrote him off as a lowly equipment manager.
By the power vested in me by the Associated Football Club of Richmond, I now pronounce you Coach Nate.
It seemed like such a joyous moment when Nate got promoted to assistant coach, but this marked the beginning of his dark descent.
You made me feel like I was the most important person in the whole world. And then you abandoned me. Like you switched out of life just like that.
Slowly but surely, Nate's newfound position brings out his insecure, narcissistic, toxic side. This culminates with Nate tipping off Trent Krim about Ted's panic attack. Ted learns of this in the most impersonal way, through a text from Trent. The fact that Trent reveals his anonymous source speaks volumes about his growth as a character, but it also exposes Nate's devious turn. Aside from the fear of what's to come, the look in Ted's eyes unearths the heartbreak of being betrayed by someone he thought was a friend. Number 9. The team joins Sam's protest.
I would like to pull out of my campaign with Dubai Air.
What? Why?
Well, it's come to my attention that Dubai Air's parent company, Cerithium Oil, is destroying Nigeria's environment and at the same time bribing government officials to look the other way.
Mirroring real-world struggles that still persist, Sam is left in a difficult position upon realizing that Richmond's sponsor, Dubai Air, is polluting his homeland of Nigeria. This also puts Rebecca in a tough spot when Dubai Air tells her to fire Sam for boycotting an ad campaign.
Sometimes you have to do the right thing, even if you lose.
Yes. Yes, you do.
While Rebecca pushes back against the sponsor, Sam puts his career on the line by protesting Dubai Air on live television. Isaac and Winchester join Sam, but their cause isn't limited to the team's Nigerian members.
What do you think you're doing?
You're a team, ain't we? Gotta wear the same kit.
As Jamie sets aside his ego, he finally learns the value of teamwork, encouraging the rest of Richmond to follow. Watching the team march onto the field in solidarity, it's hard not to break down in tears of inspiration.
Hey. A toast to Sam, who did something incredible tonight. Little Nigerian prick stole my thunder. No, but seriously, to Sam.
Number 8. Ted accepts the end of his marriage. Ted's friendly nature is his greatest strength and his one weakness. Ted is such a genuinely nice guy that he goes through mental gymnastics to avoid issues staring him in the face. It's apparent that his marriage to Michelle is over, although Ted doesn't want to admit this to himself. Even after he moves to another country, Ted believes there's still life left in their union. It isn't until Ted sees Michelle in tears that he realizes how much hurt she's been repressing.
You don't have to keep trying anymore. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay.
Michelle isn't in love with Ted anymore, but she still cares about him enough to put on a smile. As hard as Ted tries to tiptoe around the D word, the idea of Michelle being unhappy convinces him to let her go.
I promised myself I would never quit anything in my life.
But you're not quitting, Ted. You're just letting me go.
Number 7. Ted's panic attack. Although Ted agrees to the divorce, the reality of the situation doesn't truly sink in until the papers arrive. He finally breaks down during a performance of Let It Go, which is usually an uplifting song, but its title hits too close to home for Ted. His hands uncontrollably twitch, he becomes short of breath, and the sounds surrounding him are drowned out. As Ted secludes himself in a bubble of anxiety, Rebecca, of all people, comes to his aid.
It's okay. Try to breathe.
I can't. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're having a panic attack. Just breathe.
It's the moment that confirms Rebecca's heart isn't made of ice, and that behind Ted's chipper optimism, there's a complex soul battling internal pain.
Oh, hey, do me a favor. Just let Beard know I went back to the hotel.
Of course. You just get home safe.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
As Ted walks home, our hearts break along with Rebecca's, who begins to see the error of her ways. Number 6, Ted seeks help.
Hey, Doc, you get any trouble last night?
Nothing I care to speak about at work.
Woo, Doc, you are more mysterious than David Blaine reading a Sue Grafton novel at Area 51.
Well, Ted, make an appointment when you need to talk.
Hey, I talk all the time, Doc. Just let me follow you around for 10 minutes. After 5, you want me to hush my butt.
Ted's first major panic attack isn't an isolated incident, but he remains in denial that he has a problem that requires outside assistance. He's especially resistant when Dr. Sharon Fieldstone comes on board as the team's psychologist.
You don't know me. We don't have history. And yet you just expect me to spill my guts about all the gory details of my life. The fights, the mistakes, my deep, dark secrets.
Sharon can tell that Ted is harboring something negative underneath the jolly persona he's maintained. Her suspicions are confirmed when Ted endures another panic attack. Sharon finds Ted waiting in her office, ready to make an appointment.
Are you okay?
I want to make an appointment.
Although Ted takes his first step towards acknowledging that he has a mental health condition, the vulnerable expression on his face is beyond disheartening. Even Sharon didn't seem to realize how much Ted has been concealing, and the walls are just beginning to crumble. Number 5, Richmond's loss. The season 1 finale's title says it all: the hope that kills you.
I disagree, I think it's the lack of hope that comes and gets you. See, I believe in hope. I believe in belief.
Ted has spent the season earning the team's respect and friendship. His positive energy proves infectious, giving Richmond and the audience confidence to believe that victory is impending.
Hold on! Can you believe it? It's Kent!
Although Roy suffers a devastating blow that solidifies the end of his time on the field, a win still appears to be within reach. Richmond celebrates too early, as Jamie makes an extra pass that nets his team the game.
Manchester City win, and AFC Richmond's time in the Premier League is over.
The one silver lining is that Jamie's actions demonstrate his maturity as a team player, learning to not hog all the glory for himself. Unfortunately, Jamie is chastised by his father for sharing the spotlight, leaving Ted to act as a true father figure. Number 4, Rebecca's eulogy. The death of Rebecca's father summons mixed emotions. While the sudden loss hits Rebecca hard, she struggles to celebrate the life of a man who cheated on her mother. Even after Rebecca learns that her mother was aware of his infidelity, the anger she feels towards him remains.
You knew and you did nothing.
Of course I knew. I know everything.
Then I hate you too. I hate you for letting him treat you like that.
Although Rebecca agrees to deliver a eulogy, she's at a loss for words until Ted arrives. Rebecca finds it easier to express herself through song, reciting one of her parents' favorites.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
What's often seen as a campy song becomes heart-wrenching and almost solemn as Rebecca tears up through the first verse. With Ted encouraging the rest of the church to provide backup, Rebecca makes it through the eulogy in one piece and emerges a little stronger.
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
Give you up.
Never gonna give, never gonna give.
Give you up.
Number 3, Rebecca tells Ted the truth. The first season was always building toward Ted learning why Rebecca hired him, but we didn't anticipate how the truth would come out. A lesser show would have seen a third party let the cat out of the bag, creating a lasting rift between Ted and Rebecca. This show doesn't go for the cheap shots, however.
I mean, what would be the point of telling Ted now? It doesn't change anything.
It will change how I feel about you.
Encouraged by Keeley, Rebecca sincerely sees that her motives were wrong. tearfully confessing everything to Ted.
This club is all that Rupert has ever cared about, and I wanted to destroy it. To cause him as much pain and suffering as he has caused me. And I didn't care who I used or who I hurt.
We're not sure whether to feel worse for Rebecca, who is visibly overcome with guilt, or Ted, who finds out he was a pawn in a vengeful scheme. While Ted is hurt, he's quick to forgive Rebecca, appreciating her eventual honesty.
Divorce is hard. And it doesn't matter if you're the one leaving or if you're the one who got left. It makes folks do crazy things.
It might have started as a lie, but a true friendship has developed. Number 2, Ted opens up about his dad. In one of the show's most uplifting moments, Ted bests Rupert in a game of darts, revealing that he used to play with his father until he passed away.
Have you played a lot of darts, Ted? Which I would have answered, yes, sir. Every Sunday afternoon at a sports bar with my father from age 10 till I was 16 when he passed away.
As life-affirming as this scene is, it takes on a darker sentiment when we later learn how Ted's father died.
Do you want to talk about it now?
No, not right now. I need to get back inside of the team. I just wanted you to know.
As Rebecca grapples with the grief of losing her father, Ted tells Dr. Sharon about the day he lost his dad. An ordinary day became probably the most traumatic of Ted's life as he found his father's body following a gunshot.
I think he would have known how good he was. That stuff he didn't really care about being good at. I don't think he would have done it. And I wish I would have told him. I wish I would have told him more.
Suddenly, Ted's history of panic attacks and repressed emotions makes more sense. Ted unleashes the anger, regret, and sadness that has been boiling inside of him since he was 16, needing a hug afterward.
Are you going to charge me for this session?
Of course I am.
Okay.
For the house call.
I appreciate your integrity.
You're welcome.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Roy hugs Jamie. Speaking of hugs, Roy and Jamie gradually work through their rivalry as Season 2 progresses. A turning point comes when Richmond loses to Manchester City, much to the dismay of Jamie's father.
You know that ickle TV show you made? You just made it easier for Manchester City to kick you to the curb. Look where you are now. Twaddling about with a bunch of amateurs. No offence, no offence.
Although this isn't the first time we've seen Mr. Tart mistreat his son, this public display of animosity pushes Jamie to finally strike back. The only thing more satisfying than seeing Jamie punch his old man is watching Coach Beard kick him out.
Watch the door.
Oops.
The biggest surprise of all comes when Roy embraces Jamie, giving him permission to unleash the waterworks. As Jamie and Roy have a breakthrough, Ted is unable to stay in the room as memories of his own father are summoned. Ted's influence on Roy is felt through this hug, however. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.